Good morning and welcome to a brand new week, and it's also a brand new month. The month of June is here. We're already in the second half of the year 2020. It's good to be with you again on Summit, and today's discussion promises to be very educative and informative. My name is Jumoke Michaels. You're welcome. Banji.
Yeah, Jumoke, good morning. How was your weekend?
Fine, it was good.
Welcome to the month of June.
Yeah, you too.
Well, I pray for you and for every one of our guests and everyone watching us at home that this month will actually bring lots of blessings to you, to all of us, really. It's the media already, and people are already counting their losses and their gains. COVID-19 has actually slowed us down as a nation, but of course we are moving, even at a very, very snail speed. My name is Banji Busari. Good morning.
Yeah, someone said that it's like they should just delete the year 2020, that we should just jump from 2019 to 2021. You know that 2020 has not really been a good year, you know, because of the way it started. But I believe that before the year ends, things will turn around more positively for everyone. So let's just be optimistic that there will be a turnaround. Today on the program, we're going to be looking at the 5-year rule or administration of the President Muhammadu Buhari's win at the polls. In year 2019, he began the second tenure of his administration, and people have said so much, and some people have rated him administration excellently, and some people have said it's been poor. But today on the program we'll be assessing the administration and see what we can come up with, and then we'll also give you the opportunity to be part of the discussion this morning by sending us an SMS on your opinion regarding the 5-year administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. We still have 3 more years to go.
Yeah, so 3 more years to go.
Yeah.
But Jumoke, our attention, most of the time, our attention is always focused at the center, that's at the federal level, actually discussing, revealing, and then saying so much about what the federal authorities are doing. With less attention to the states. Of course, the state, 36 states with 36 governors, 36 houses of assembly, 36, so many things. But then we always focus on the federal. So this discussion, today's discussion is not just going to be about Buhari. It's of course we are going to have a panoramic view of what's happening at the state levels as well. What are the governors doing? Have they actually delivered on their promises, on their mandate as the helmsmen in their various states? So, okay.
All right, so this morning to do all that work, we have a political commentator with us here, a political technocrat here with us in the studio in the person of Dr. Dayo Kayode. You're welcome, sir.
It's my pleasure being here, Jumoke, the lady in red. June is just the end of the first half of the year. So it is the middle of June. That will now be at the middle of the year. And Busari, it's my pleasure being here. You have said that we are going to be we are going to be assessing. So you wouldn't ask me whether Buhari has performed excellently well or poor. So it's only assessment and evaluation.
Fine.
It will be left for the viewers to now know from whatever we are dishing out to them to give him whether poor, excellent, or good.
To do the rating.
But then, talking about rating, the media advisor to the president, that's Mr. Femi Adesina, actually started the honest nest by rating the administration very high, saying that it has scored several firsts, done so well within its capacity in terms of economy, fight against corruption, and then the third one is diversification of the economy. That's security, economy, and then fighting against graft. So that's the way he started. He rated the administration, and that actually opened a floodgate of criticisms. A lot of people came after him and said, look, What are you talking about? The chairman of PDP, that's Uche Secondus, actually did say that the road we have actually taken shouldn't have been the right road, that we took a wrong road by actually putting this administration in place. Do you share those views? I mean, the view of Femi Adesina or the view of those who are saying the administration did poorly?
You see, I will not blame Femi Adesina for saying that. Because one, it got to market and brand the government. That is his job. So he's doing his job. But for me, as a citizen, and who is directly involved in whatever policies they are making, then I'm going to look at it this morning for us to be able to achieve the panoramic view that you mentioned. I want us to conceptualize the government vis-a-vis what they promised to do and what they have done. Now, to now see whether it fits into the major vision of the country. Perhaps so many people might not know the major vision of the country. If you look at our coat of arms, it's unity and faith. All right? So we're going to look at it vis-a-vis that. No doubt about it, when the party that put forward the president, when they were campaigning, they had a pivot on which their campaign was based on. Fight against corruption, insurgents, and economy. Now, let us start from insurgents. No doubt about it that presently, even though there are still some killings here and there all over the country, it has to some extent now reduced. We still have it, but it has reduced. But we also have series of agitations coming up here and there, which also can also affect still the security of the nation. Let us go to economy. On the part of economy, what is our exchange rate when this government came in? What is the exchange rate now? All right? What is our debt burden as it is now? Yes, the government has built some infrastructure, no doubt about that. There are some that were not completed by the last administration, which they were able to complete. For instance, the railroad, they are doing a lot of work on railroad. They have also done some jobs on Lagos-Ibadan Express. Then I've also traveled on Lokoja, Abuja Road, what they have used Sukuk Fund to do and all that. Even in my area, I will not dispute this improvement in electricity and all that.
Where is your area?
Alagbole.
Okay, in Lagos State.
Alagbole is not Lagos State. It's a border town. Border town between Lagos and...
The man watching us from Sokoto may not know where Alagbole is.
Yeah, border town between Lagos and Ogun, all right? Now, but, when you now look at that economy generally, have we been able to diversify? Because that is exactly, at the end of the day, what will assist us in GDP, in per capita income, in employment rates, in the amount of revenue we are able to garner per month. All right? So have we been able to do that diversification? We're talking about agric. Is it just agric, or with its value chain.
Addition.
Additional,
Do you understand?
Additional broke it down. He said diversification into manufacturing, agricultural, and solid mineral sectors,
listen,
which have generated GDP for the country.
You know, I said something
he
about
mentioned
him.
it.
I said something. I wouldn't want to assess additional.
Yeah, you are
because
talking
he is
about,
a marketer.
You are talking about just agriculture, but he mentioned
I read it.
manufacturing
I
and
read
solid minerals.
Where are those manufacturing companies or industries?
Or what are they manufacturing?
Or what? That's what I'm saying. Where are they? What are we manufacturing? Even the one that is manufacturing, that we can see, an individual, did we patronize that person? No.
That's
we did not.
the car manufacturer.
Oh, you are just okay. Let me now mention innocent. Did we patronize him? No. So where is that visible now? Okay, let's use that word. Visible diversification.
Okay, what about the solid mineral sector? Because there's been some work on
When you're talking of solid minerals, who are those people exploiting our solid minerals? Who are those people? Is it not these Chinese people? But we have been hearing all those things all around. So who is cutting away the money? Is it having the mineral resources? Is it having the kind of effect it's supposed to have on our economy? All this money that have been borrowed, we are borrowing every time. If you look at our debt profile, you will be amazed. We will for this country. But because I don't want to feed our viewers with some informations that will sadden them today, that everybody is saying happy new month, you know, so don't let us go into that. Just last week, the executive just sent a letter to the Senate to borrow another money. What are we using this money to do? All right? Even look at this COVID thing. To what extent have we been able to invest in our pharmaceutical companies to be able to come up with vaccines and all that we can use? Even those people that are saying, look, we have this, were we able to call them, okay, bring it, let us put money there, and then see how we can go from here? All these are issues.
It's a good thing that you actually acknowledge the investment of the administration in infrastructure.
Sure.
Femi additionally did actually mention the fact that there have been several intervention schemes in agriculture, in manufacturing, and CBN is always coming up, giving us information as to what's happening in agri, what support it has given, Anchor Borrower Scheme and all that. Are you saying you didn't?
When you are talking about all this, I know all these anchor borrowers and all that. Who are the people that are getting that money? Because we have seen those that are really involved that could not even access that money. All those evidences are there to show. Let them bring out those people that have been accessing that money, if they are not people of influential within the society. But we are talking about all this is getting to the grassroots. This is what we are talking about. And let me tell you this. And I will go from the letter that Umar wrote to the president yesterday. No matter, listen, I want to build a case on all this achievement. No matter what a king is able to achieve, the moment you cannot sustain unity of your people, there is no how it will not diminish the gains of all those achievements. All right? No matter what this government might have achieved, the moment you cannot link it up, all right, or make it to key into the vision of the nation, which is unity and faith, then all those things will become so inconsequential. Because presently, most Nigerians don't have faith in the country. I will give you just one instance. I'll give you just one instance. There is one man, elderly man, is a friend of mine, a professor of hepatitis, well renowned worldwide, well, including America. He came to this country to see what he can do as regards all these diseases, disease control and all that. And he established one big hospital somewhere in Egbeda. I visited that place once or twice. This man tried as much as possible to do something with the federal government, but he was always being frustrated for 5 years. Should I tell you what? Just about a month ago, the guy decided to relocate back to Canada. He's in Canada as I'm talking to you. And we have a whole load of people like that. You have a lot of look at how much Nigerians, professionals, are doing abroad. Even during this COVID, whatever. Look at one guy that went to, I think, Senegal or so, as this aid, this technical aid call program that they always do. The guy got the medical doctor. Now they have made him the head of their medical whatever in that small country.
Okay, so much for what you have said. Let's look in the area of anti-graft war. Never in the history of this country have we been able to get a government who has been able to confront the looters of our common resources. Would you not want to acknowledge the efforts of this government in 5 years in this regard?
You see, definitely to some extent, this government, this administration have been able to fight corruption. No doubt about that. Because it came in on a mantra of, yes, I've not stolen anywhere before. I am this, I am that. Okay? And people at that time, they sat up. They were trying as much as possible not to put their fingers into where they normally put it. But along the line, they find out that some people somewhere are also doing some things that are inimical to all these sayings. And they now look at it. Okay. For instance, I will give you instances. Look at the issue of the money with MTN. Look at the issue of the money of IDP that was used to cut grass. All right? Even look at the issue of minor.
The pension
board man. Do you understand? Then look at series of people that were supposed to have been dismissed from civil service, but because of this, because of that, they were there. So to that extent, it has also reduced what they have done. What they have done in the area of fighting corruption. No doubt about it.
Another way you say is diminished the gains.
Yeah, do you understand? It is like taking one step forward. All right? And people are applauding. I've now decided to take another 2 steps backward. Let me give you another instance, of which I was expecting the EFCC to have even acted. The whistleblowers issue as regards the Lagos State House of Assembly Speaker. It's all in the public domain. Those guys, they said this guy is having so much accounts and that. They publish all those accounts. They publish how much he was having. They publish even receipts. I was expecting EFCC to have moved in, so that people will know, yes, these guys are really fighting corruption.
You are aware that
but people are now saying peradventure because
I mean, I'd like to actually quickly react to that. You are aware that several of the cases that EFCC took to court, EFCC lost out. And what was the reason? The reason was that people are saying, the legal practitioners are saying that the EFCC did not actually do due diligence, did not do their own proper investigation before rushing to court. Do you expect that the EFCC to lose out in this case? You don't know what
that is another area that we are talking about. That is another area that we are talking about. The EFCC cannot act on its own without the instruments that created it. Okay? So they ought to have looked at that instrument. What is it that is making EFCC to lose out in some of these cases? If really you are fighting corruption, if you are determined to fight corruption,
maybe that's what
you will look at for how long will that take? This is 5 years, for goodness sake.
No, you just mentioned the case of Lagos State.
I said that is what I'm saying. If before now, all those loopholes have been taken good care of, this one will not be happening. You don't understand, because if you say it's just like you saying that, okay, you want to travel to your village, let's say Ibadan from Lagos, with your car, and you are not checking the pressure of your tires. You are not checking whether your car has you didn't get the engine oil of your car. You are not checking the radiator. All those things, you got to put them together for you to have a successful trip from Lagos to Ibadan. So if you are coming in,
are you saying that what people are alleging, that the fight against corruption is politically selective, is what is playing out?
I wouldn't want to 100% say that, even though we have been seeing things like that, but because along the line too there are some party men of APC, even though those party men of APC deflected from PDP to APC. Do you understand? So I wouldn't want to, because most of my submissions today, I don't want to base anything on party politics. I want to look at it based on conceptual framework of the whole country, rather than this party politics. Look at Kalu. Look at the issue of Kalu.
Which Kalu?
The former governor, Uzo Kalu, Orji Uzo Kalu, that was jailed. Okay? Along the line, they brought out one particular instrument that said no, because this one was said by this, the other one supersedes this. I was saying the judge that sat over that case doesn't know that before. So one can now look at it and go, oh, okay, there should be a fifth columnist in this. All right? Look at the issue of the guy that wanted to contest for Senate presidency against this incumbent president. What's his name again? That senator. He said, not Ali Ndume, the other guy that withdrew at the last minute.
Okay.
The guy said, no, nobody can stop him. And he was sure that nobody can stop him. Even I was saying, oh, good. This is now Senate supremacy now and all that. But before you know it, he was invited to Aso Rock. He had a meeting with the president, and as he was coming out, he withdrew his candidacy. And meanwhile, he was having a corruption case on his neck. What has happened to that case now? So where do we put that? Where do we inch that? So these are issues, and that's why I said we'll be moving a step forward and more than 2 steps backward. So there hasn't been a clear-cut direction. Sometimes I even look at it. What is even the vision? What is the vision of this particular government?
People have accused the president, that's President Muhammadu Buhari himself, of nepotism. I've been quoting the former governor of Kaduna State.
Not even quoting him.
Now, he said the appointments of this administration are lopsided, and care has to be taken so that this president does not ruin this country.
Yeah.
What's your assessment of this accusation or these allegations? Are they right?
My submission on this will be inked on the sayings of two different Fodios. Madam Fodio and Usmadam Fodio. Madam Fodio said, conscience is an open wound. It is only the truth that can heal it. There is a big wound in this country now. This country is bleeding. And I will come to that. The other Fodio, Sheikh Usman Dan Fodio, said, for a kingdom to disintegrate immediately, let that king favor one particular section of that kingdom than another. Then let him also chase away those he's supposed to work with, and then those that are the ragamuffins, he will bring them together. You will see how that kingdom will fall. And that is where that truth is. This country is bleeding seriously, and that is why you have all these agitations here and there. And that is to a large extent why we cannot see the performance of this administration on the extent to which they have been able to fight insurgents. I don't know whether you understand that. Do you understand what they have done? Look at the people of Bayelsa, people of that area, were the first set of tribe in this country to be a member of UNPO. That was led then by Saro-Wiwa. One of the reasons why Saro-Wiwa was killed. Okay? Now, if you look at what is happening now, we were having Biafra, iPod, then the one of Masop, iPod, Masop, and all that.
iPod.
Yes, do you understand? Now, look at now, agitation for Oduduwa Republic. But let me first of all state this. For me, I still strongly believe in one indivisible Nigeria. But there has to be equity, justice, and fair play. Okay. All right? Because even all these agitations we are talking about, for instance, let me take Oduduwa Republic, where I come from, Yoruba, where I come from. Who are the leaders of Oduduwa Republic agitation? Are they working together with some other leaders in Yoruba? Then even if we now get that republic, who are the people that, is it this set of politicians that we have, that we govern it? Now, let us come back to what Colin Umar said. If you look at the series of appointments, especially our security apparatus, you find out that it is highly skilled towards a particular region of the country. Look at the issue of Onoge. The issue of Onoge. It happened so that it can be replaced with another person from that same area. Another one is Brie now. Chief Judge of the Court of Appeal. The woman there, NJC said, that is Nigeria National Judicial Council, said yes, this woman is capable. He has the capacity to hold that position. Now, the second 3 months will soon elapse now. she's from, I think, Southeast. The next person to her is from the skilled area. So what do you want people to say? And to that extent, there is no way people will not be agitating. But how can these people be controlling us?
Okay, quickly before we actually come to the state, let's look at the recently federal the president signed executive the executive order 10. That is giving autonomy to state legislature and
judiciary. Yeah,
it has never happened. It's unprecedented.
No, it
now
is.
One. Secondly, look at the stability in the area of oil price. Nigerians have never had any reason to maybe protest for maybe hike and order in the last couple of years. It's something that is not really known to us in this part of the world. Are these not things you would want to say thank you to President?
I will never say thank you.
All right, sorry, before you answer that question, please, you can send an SMS to us sharing with us your opinion or view on the topic we are discussing this morning. Please just send us an SMS. Do not call, just send an SMS and we'll read your message and mention your name and your location in your message. All right, Doctor.
You know why we not say thank you? Did MITV come to your house to say, Mr. Busari, you come and work here? Or you came to MITV and say, see, I can do this, I can do that, and then they put you there. When they put you there, they will say thank you. The only thing they will do for you is give you your salary at the end of the month. All right? He contested. He asked us to vote for him. And even along that line, they were even saying, look, petroleum will cost not more than 50 naira. That's not supposed to be more than 50 naira. Do you know how much money we have been paying on petroleum before now? Do you know how much? I was discussing with somebody about 3 days ago. You see, in that presidency, the so-called leadership of both the present, before and all that, they always connive among themselves.
Really?
They don't come out to tell you this is what is happening here. All right? They don't come out to tell you this is what is happening here. Because, okay, if this guy dropped that thing from the petroleum prices of the pump price, whatever, to I think 80 naira before the advent of this administration. 86. They came in again. When they came in, they reduced by 10 naira, you remember, or 5 naira. Before you know, it just jumped to 140 something. Do you understand? But also, are you aware that this same government said this price they are selling now should even come to 103 or so? Has it been changed? No. Till now, we are not buying 103. Do you understand? So, whatever it is he's doing it because he asked for it. Okay? Let us leave that. Your question now is what he has been doing.
The executive
the executive order. Between you and me, when that thing was signed, I was on another platform. I appraised him. But yes, it is part of, either anybody likes it or not, restructuring. That is to say, autonomy to other arms of government, and of which the state governors wanted to rise against. But I was telling them, why should you be saying they shouldn't give them autonomy? Let them have their financial autonomy, because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. If you are having the trumpet with you now, it is you that is blowing it. But if I am the one that is paying you, it is what I asked you to blow inside that trumpet that you will blow. So to that extent,
it has done well.
Yes, but like I said, we always move a step forward and then 3 to 4 backwards because of all these incessant agitations here and there. This skewed appointment is not making people to really appraising the way it should be appraised.
Okay. Okay, have any?
I want to, before we go to the issue, because we still have to talk about states. The federal government put together an economic advisory team,
Yes.
which was supposed to unfold a comprehensive economic agenda for the way forward for the economy. We really have not been hearing so much. Did we hear anything?
You know, I think there are two of them.
team?
There was one of which Bismarck Rwani is part of.
Was part of.
I think there is another one of recent to show us the economic exit, how we can get out from this COVID, whatever.
COVID, yeah.
Is it the one of
Let's
Bismarck
talk about
Rwani?
let's put it all together and just see that.
Okay.
And then how are also state governors keen into all these plans of the government to salvage the economy?
Now, you see, putting up a viable, capacious economic team is not the issue. It's not the issue. We have a whole load of them there. All right? But what is the philosophy of the person bringing those people together? I don't know whether you understand. That person, will he even want to understand the policies those people additional from their committee? Will he be able to comprehend what they are saying? Even if is that his own agenda? I don't know whether is that his own agenda. As we are,
these people are competent.
That's what I'm saying. I say
have been tried and tested.
I know I have known Bismarck Rwani not 15 years now. Okay? Even all of them that are there, when you Google them, you know they are people of mean stature. All right? Economically. They are people that are renowned worldwide.
So why is it that that's not
what I'm saying?
needs?
That is what I'm saying. It is about, one, the philosophy of the person that put them together. Two, level of comprehension of what they are giving to him. Then three, what they are giving to him, does it fit straight into his agenda? You don't get, does it fit straight into his agenda of what he wants to do?
That's the president.
Well, he's the one that put them together. He's the president. You have said it now. The president put them together. Okay. Do you understand? So that's the way it is. No matter how good they are, no matter how good those guys are, all right, it depends on the level of comprehension of the president's understanding.
So even
even
the advisory team put together.
What are they? Are they not advisory team?
You are not expecting anything to come out of it.
Even without putting any committee together, somebody who has an agenda that is for everybody and not just for a few people, all right, we know what to do.
Okay, now so much for the
let's go to states now.
So we can go on this for the next 10 minutes there.
Even for the next 3 hours.
For the next 3 hours. Now let's look at let's come down to the state. We always, like I said in the opening, we always focus at the center. Let's come to the state level now. Are you satisfied with what you've seen around? So much, I mean, the states go to Abuja every month to collect the allocation. Let's look at our state here. Let's start from Lagos State. Maybe Ogun, Oyo, and then far north. A kind of panoramic.
I will put every one of them. I will put every one of them together. I will put every one of them together, because a governor is a governor, whether in Ekiti or Ondo or Edo or Maiduguri. A governor is a governor, and what they are doing, there is a kind of a similarity. Let's say, for instance, youth empowerment. To what extent are they empowering the youth? Is it somebody that says, I will be paying you 10,000 every month to come and be doing dinakiri? Dinakiri, all these people that cuts the road, that maintains the road and all that, 10,000. Somebody who has gone to university.
Are you putting all the state governors are the same?
Yes, they are all the same, because they do. When it comes to youth empowerment, they are not doing it. Youth empowerment is, okay, look, go and bring me a proposal on what you can do. You go and bring proposal on what you can do. And anyone will say, okay, I want to farm. Okay, take 2 hectares of land, go and farm it. Then give that person all the necessary infrastructure, like Awolowo used to do in those days. Coming up with farm settlements. Okay, since you are growing maize, I got to look for somebody who knows how to process that maize, so that adding value to what that guy is doing. Do you understand? Not that after harvesting his maize, you now be looking for Yamoria that says roasted corn on the road that will add no value to what he has done. But look for somebody who will also come up with ideas on how to process that maize into either cornflakes, into. Do you know that the perfume we use, the perfume that you buy all the way from Paris, all the way from Italy, all the way from America, is with alcohol, ethanol? Do you know you can get that thing from maize? So let us process it. I bought coffee yesterday. Coffee. I looked at it. Where are they even making this again? Because when I looked at it, should I surprise you? Côte d'Ivoire. Biscuits. We are buying biscuit, importing biscuit from Jakarta. I mean, is it? Look at blade. Razor blade. Go and look at razor blade. That nugget razor blade. You will see made in Czechs. Ordinary razor blade. Toothpick, pencil.
If you look at Lagos State, for instance, Lagos, I was just reading the papers this morning. The 4th mainland bridge is almost on course. The contractors have actually been screened and all that. So some state governments are actually embarking on big projects, infrastructures and all that. You want to group them together too?
Hey, sorry, let me put this to you.
Calabar.
Wait now.
Cross River.
I said, let me put it to you. 4th mainland bridge.
Yes.
4th mainland bridge. Number 1, who is going to be the contractor? But meanwhile, go to Obakran. Go to Ilupeju. Go to Ikeja. All around. And go and look at all those moribund industries. The money you are going to sink into that mainland bridge, why don't you come back and revitalize all those industries? Do you know how many people Dunlop and Michelin and PZ used to employ in those days?
Some of
Let's
these
wait now.
Of policy issues.
What are the policy issues?
It could be
like
policy
what?
issues.
Like what? That will now make you not to revitalize.
Monetary
Okay, the monetary.
The federal government may be responsible.
Which money are you now putting at the mainland bridge? Which money stops? Which money stops you? Which federal government policy stops you from revitalizing industries in your states? Which one? Why did federal government policy not stop Fayemi from revitalizing dairy farm in Ekiti? Why the federal government policy not stopping? Why the federal government policy not stop Fayemi from revitalizing what do I call it? Ire bricks? Even though I still have questions on that, but let's put that out by the side. It's because we are talking of federal government policy. Which federal government policy is asking governors not to look beyond the money they are collecting from Abuja. Which federal government policy is saying your IGR, one particular state's IGR is about 2.8, and that governor is receiving 4.5 as security vote? Can you see the deficit? So what kind of federal government policy is that? Let them stop that formula bridge and then put that money there. Put it on all those industries and let all those industries work. And then people can now be gainfully employed.
Well, that's all we are taking.
We can go on and on and on. We don't have the time.
Let's go on for 2 days.
Let me just
we'll be dishing them out.
Let me just read this message. This person is Alex from Alagbole. He says, I'm of the opinion that the EFCC should present personnel with intellectual competence to handle cases of corruption in our various courts. Another person said, the governor of Lagos has done excellently well so far. God help him to keep it up. That's the message you can take on the program this morning. We thank you, Dr. Kayode, for being on the program today. And also thank you all for watching, and for those who have sent messages, say thank you. We'll see you again on Wednesday for another edition. My name is Jumoke Michaels. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you for being part of today's edition of the program. I know that some of our governments at the state level have done fairly well, some have done very well, some are still struggling. That's our opinion as a citizen, as a journalist. Thank you very much, sir. My name is Banji Busari. Bye-bye.
That time I no get him phone number.
Your own brother, you no get him phone number.
I no get.
How long has this friendship been on for?
15 years.
15 years.
Do you think that is fair?
I know that it's not fair.
You know, but you still want to be unfair.
After all, we had sex together.
Judgment for the claimant in the sum of 85,000 naira.
We are friends now. Anything can happen. Yeah, I don't know.
I will pay you this money in 2 years' time.
2 years.
He's selling lies.
He collected your what?
So you asked him for 85,000 naira because you
enjoy
wanted
Christmas.
to party in December?
Why is your agency fee 50,000 for a 60,000 naira rent? I thought it was 10%.
He said,
I don't really have money, but I will see what I can do.
So you were intentionally deceptive.
You can't pay me back, so you don't expect me to give you the watch and the phone.
Case dismissed.
Judging Matters, showing every Monday at 6 p.m. WAT, only on Africa Magic Showcase.
Population of the area soared after the discovery of gold deposits in the 1860s.